Alright, so, it's come to my attention that it would probably be better if I explained how this game works. So, what I'm going to do now is explain the mechanics of this game and kind of how the progression of the story and unlocks work, and just how things work in this game in general. In the future, I'm going to do a little tutorial / how this shit works on World of Horror, because I've been told, hey, I like this gameplay, but I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So that seems to be a general theme for what I'm doing, and yeah, that's my fault, because I like to just jump into a game. When I watch gameplay, I'm like, yeah, I just want to watch someone play the fucking game. If I'm going to watch someone play the game, I obviously know how that game works, and I'm just going to watch it because I want to see somebody do the thing. But, I think I owe you an explanation. So, we're going to play Miss Spencer because, she has, my favorite lethal move, and we'll bring her student in as a, cause teacher and student, ha ha ha, yeah, the theming, and we're gonna play in the beach, because I fucking unlocked that. So, I'll give you a little rundown on how this shit works. Save slot. Alright, so, square button. Strikes. Get a full strike. Hard knockdown. Triangle button. Picks them up. Triangle button again. You throw. Triangle and down. Well, triangle in general is throw. Triangle and down, you usually get a submission that gives you hearts. If you build up that heart, and that heart goes all the way up, you can hit them with your special, and you get the special H move. Which is usually very, very powerful. Let me knock her down again. So, pinfall. If you know anything about wrestling, you know a pinfall. You know what that is. You can usually only do that once your enemy is sufficiently damaged. You can cancel your strikes to grab at any point. You can also press square to strike them, and then press triangle and up. And your triangle and up is your submission moves, where you will, triangle and up is submission moves that will gain you heart. And grab them, triangle and down is straight submission. It will do more damage to a certain body part depending on where you are, your positioning of you and your enemy. If you double tap forward, you get hard knockdown on your strikes. If you double tap and grab, that's a whole nother thing. Again, you can put them to... And when they're in the corner, you can, double charge. And then, if they don't counter, like I just did. Alright, so, there's also counters. Like I said, there's strikes and grabs. So if you hold R1 and press strike, you will counter a strike. If you hold R1 and press grapple, you will counter a grapple. If you hold R1, you will just guard. That is your guard. And you can just kind of throw them around. I put the AI on easy for this. And when they're in the corner, yeah, there's special moves. Let's see if I can show off. Stand up, please. Well, I'll make her stand up. So I can show you, the triple suplex. 1, 2, 3. And then it immediately goes in to a pin. Which is why Miss Spencer is my favorite character. Because her lethal is easy. You get behind them, you have 1 meter, you do 3 suplexes and a pin. Frickin' amazing. Extra notes, there is a way to counter a special move. I think you have to use a meter of your own, and it's like L2 plus R1 or some shit. It's weird. It was explained very briefly in the all-Japanese tutorial. I've never been able to actually use it in a match. But that's basically how the flow of the game goes. Also, pins are easier if more body parts are damaged. If a body part is damaged enough, then it's a give up. Most characters will, you will get them down to 0 on a body part, and then it'll automatically regenerate. And you'll have to use a special kind of pin or a killer or lethal move to actually get that body part to break. Especially in the later stages. I know in the first few stages of story mode, characters are really your opponents are really underpowered, and you can just headlock them 3 times in a row and get them done with. So, I hope I explained kind of how the flow of the game too. Right, how unlocks work. So, every character, if you don't know what a heel and a face is in wrestling terms, a face is a good guy and a heel is a bad guy. Now, every character here has a heel and a face. Once you beat the game or beat their story mode with them, you unlock the good or evil or heel or face version of them. Like you beat Evil Rose and then you get Noble Rose. Or you beat the game with Dixie and then you get Sergeant Clements and she turns into a cop and she's a bad guy. I already played her story mode through off camera. Off camera. I'm not doing it again because it's not important. There's really no story beats to it. It's just for funsies. So that's what I'm going to be doing mostly, is unlocking these last few characters so we can get to the boss characters, etc., etc. If you're wondering what the story is to the game, don't worry about it. It's not... There's very, very few fights that are actually canon. Basically, Reiko is kind of like your Ryu, and Dixie is kind of your Ken, but I think canon Dixie beats Reiko. Anastasia is your Akuma. She's kind of your Akuma. Evil Rose is kind of like Evil Ken. Candy Cane is kind of like Sakura. And I guess Miss Spencer is Chun-Li. I don't really have... I mean, Makoto is Makoto. I mean, Judo's Judo. So, I hope that explains things. So when in the future, when I'm doing my thing, there aren't many questions. I just wanted to do this so you understand the mechanics of what's happening when shit's happening. Because, again, I apologize for being horrible and just jumping into games and playing them and assuming y'all know everything about them. Because that's a really bad habit. So, in the future, again, I'm going to do tutorials on World of Horror and maybe something else that escapes my mind. So, look forward to more Rumble Roses in the future, and the kind of tutorial / explanation on World of Horror in the future. Freaking like, subscribe, comment, please! Let me know that you watched this. Let me know what you thought of this. That helps me out a hell of a lot, and I'll see you later.